Hey guys, today we are going to teach you something about the use of the active and the passive in English. A sentence can be either active or passive. In order to successfully speak English, you should be able to construct both kind of sentences. Active sentences have the subject, which can also be described as the person or thing doing the action first. The subject is then followed by the verb, and finally the verb is followed by the object, which is the person or thing that the action happens to. For example, the director interviewed the actor is an active sentence. In this example, the subject is the director, the verb is interviewed, and the object is the actor. The director is the person doing the verb, action, and the actor is the person receiving the action. Active sentences might be the most commonly used ones, but we don't always need to compose a sentence this way. There are several reasons which we will come back to later in this video for changing up a sentence structure and building a passive sentence. For example, the actor was interviewed by the director. This is the same sentence that we just discussed as an active sentence, transformed into a passive one. The object of the active sentence becomes the subject here, which means that the person or thing receiving the action is now the subject of the sentence. The subject of the active sentence, which can also be described as the person or thing doing the action, becomes a so-called by agent and can optionally be included at the end of the sentence, but can also be left out. Furthermore, we are placing the verb to be after the person or thing receiving the action, putting it into whatever tense we need, followed by the past participle of the actual verb. For regular verbs, we just add ed to the end of the word in order to form the past participle. Irregular verbs can be looked up on the internet or in grammar books. In short, the structure of a passive sentence is as followed: thing or person receiving action plus be plus past participle of verb plus by plus thing or person doing action. In our example, the actor, who is the one receiving the action, becomes the subject. Was interviewed is the simple past of the verb to be plus the past participle of the actual verb of the sentence. And finally, the director, who is the person doing the action, becomes a so-called by agent.
You might wonder now why to use the passive when we could simply stick with the active. There are various reasons for when we should choose to use the passive rather than the active. The most important ones are: firstly, in case you want to change the focus of the sentence. Secondly, when the person or thing doing or causing the action is unknown, unimportant, obvious, or people in general. Thirdly, in factual or scientific writing. Fourthly, in formal writing instead of using someone, people, they. Fifthly, in order to put the new information at the end of the sentence to improve style. And sixthly, in case of a very long subject. As easy as it might sound, there are some things to consider when making the passive. One important thing to keep in mind is that some verbs have two objects and can therefore make two different active sentences as well as two different passive sentences. Verbs with two objects are, for example, offer, teach, lend, promise, sell, ask, through, send, show, tell, wrote, or give. When someone is giving you a present, you can either say, "She gave me the present," or "She gave the present to me." When transforming this active sentence into a passive one, you can now choose which of the two objects to be the subject of the passive sentence. You could either say now, "I was given the present by her," or "The present was given to me by her." Another thing to take a look at is the use of the passive in subordinate clauses. Making the passive in a subordinate clause that has a subject and a normal conjugated verb works just the same as making a normal passive sentence. For example, you can easily transform the active subordinate clause, "I thought that Anna had left Leo," into the passive sentence, I thought that Leo had been left by Anna. Also, you can construct the passive using a passive gerund or passive infinitive in the same place as a normal gerund or infinitive. Examples for these are: the dog loves being patched, or he would love to be chosen. We really hope that you had some fun watching our video and that we could teach you some things you didn't already know. In case you want to learn more about the English grammar, please check out the other videos in this channel.